The South African national anthem playing in London as its president Cyril Ramaphosa stands to attention with Britain's King Charles III. Ramaphosa, who's on a two-day visit to the United Kingdom, then joined the new king to inspect the Guard of Honour. Amid much pomp, they then travelled to Buckingham Palace in a carriage procession escorted by mounted soldiers from the household cavalry. The state visit is Charles's first since becoming king, following the death of his mother in September. Climate change, trade and the Commonwealth are expected to be on the agenda in discussions between the two. Ramaphosa will also visit Parliament for an address to both the upper and lower houses, attend a state banquet and hold talks with Prime Minister Rishi Sunak during his stay. Britain's Foreign Secretary described choosing the South African president for Charles's first state visit as a sign of the UK's enduring commitment to Africa. Comic books are a booming genre in Cameroon. This artist is creating the first pages of one on his iPad. Samba's Handkerchief is the story of Martin Paul Samba, a hero of Cameroon's resistance to German colonization in the 19th century. Limited funds mean not many copies of comic books are made, but this one is being produced using money obtained in an online fundraiser. The comic book will be produced in 3 volumes, followed by the animation stage, because we also aim to put it into cartoons, so in 2D. With 2 stories in bookstores, Legend Arts is part of a new generation of comic book publishers who are changing the narrative. At the annual Mboa Comic Festival, currently underway in Yaoundé and Douala, crowds come to see and take part in all the activities, from conferences and animation to exhibitions, visiting artists and workshops for children. Ulrich Tawamba is the director of the first publishing house in Cameroon to produce comic books for children. For us, it's important to prepare the next generation. We have to prepare those who'll come. The challenge for Nkoma Ba is to publish at least 45% of new authors every year. The festival is where all stakeholders in the industry get to meet: the artists, authors, publishers and comic strip enthusiasts. They have in common the desire to make Cameroon the land of comic books. Comic artist Rain Debussy is here from Paris, where she lives, to sign copies of Mulutako, a successful story that already has 2 volumes. People buy Mulutako firstly because there's a great representation of black people and black children in particular. But we also have a science fiction story inspired by Cameroonian belief and myth in the version I chose, but particularly African. The 13th edition of the Mboa Festival has as its theme heritage, a sign that young local artists want to distinguish themselves in the face of competition from foreign comics.
Manchester United forward Cristiano Ronaldo will leave the club with immediate effect, amid a public falling out with manager Erik ten Hag and the owners. In a statement, the club thanked Ronaldo for his immense contribution over 2 spells at United, in which he scored 145 goals in over 340 appearances. The 37-year-old had given an explosive TV interview on the eve of the World Cup, in which he revealed that he didn't respect the United manager and claimed that senior figures at the club tried to force him out of Old Trafford. Ronaldo is currently on international duty in Qatar. He's set to captain Portugal in their opening Group H match against Ghana on Thursday.
Morocco warming up for their training as the team prepares for its opening World Cup match against 2018 finalists Croatia on Wednesday. The Atlas Lions need to be at their best as they go into this tough match, and for that, new coach Walid Regragui is counting on winger Hakim Ziyech. Known by his nickname, the Wizard, the Chelsea player is back in the national team 1 year after leaving international football because of a long-standing feud with the previous coach. Ziyech looked relaxed in training on Tuesday as he prepared to play his first competitive match since returning to the squad. Last week he scored an incredible goal from inside his own half as Morocco beat Georgia 3-0 in their final warm-up friendly. The Atlas Lions will meet European heavyweights Belgium just 4 days after their Croatia match, and their final Group F clash will be against Canada on the 1st of December. The first light of day shining on a granite quarry in Burkina Faso. It's early, but people are already at work collecting the stone in the same way they've been doing it for centuries. They first break up large blocks of granite at the bottom of the mine, then carry them to the upper level, where they crush them into smaller pieces. Bridget has been doing the job for 14 years. It's not enough. I'm struggling, in fact. The children want to go to school. They need to eat, a place to live. It's really not easy. She's one of many women working at the quarry in a neighborhood of the capital Ougadougou. A day earns her about €8, not enough to properly sustain her family. The granite pieces sold here are used on building sites.